Damn.
Okay, I'm here to introduce to you a couple of my friends, and I want you guys to know who they are right now. Oh, Lego. Because we tight lit right now. Shit. This bread, no?
Yeah.
So, no, get bread.
I made a comment earlier where I said that I feel like certain mental health conditions, I don't remember the word I used, but let's just say it doesn't allow people with set conditions to live quote unquote normal lives when it comes to certain. Yeah, well, that's why I did this because what people consider like societal obligations and whatever, right? And while I feel like it's a gray area, I have some thoughts about it because there are some things I agree with, and there are some things that I feel like if we go down that rabbit hole, it becomes like
what?
okay. So personally, I feel like there are certain conditions that if you have, especially if they were diagnosed at like you've known for a while before, should I give an example of maybe such condition? So let's say schizophrenia, because it affects people on different levels, right? To the point where sometimes people are dealing with like hallucinations, like visual, auditory hallucinations, and all of that. And I don't feel like people like that should have children. I'm sorry. There was a recent story that also came out of a couple who have this it's a bone disease, the brittle bone disease, right? And both the man and the woman have it, and something like brittle bone disease.
But that's still eugenics, though.
It is. That's what I'm saying. It is, right? But also look at it from the point of view of the person taking care of the child.
Okay, but I mean, all I have to say about that is that the person with it that has to decide that, hello, considering what I'm going through, maybe
I don't
let
think
me just
we
step
can-
back.
So this is the thing with the people with the brittle bone condition, for example, because I even did see it on TikTok recently. They decided to do that. They went ahead with their child. Now both of you have brittle bone disease. The child is going to get it.
In that situation, what people were critiquing was the fact that the parents themselves
Need care.
so it means that they can't give the child care.
Which
So
means they are
now
going to
it's outsourced.
outsource
Yes.
that.
No, I get that, but you are nibblings who don't have brittle bone disease.
They
in
were
some
outsourced to
condition,
somebody
The
else.
children
Yeah.
care. Like
Who
I
were
don't know.
outsourced?
There's nothing that
I think that's the
you are
thing
saying
for
that
me,
makes
that
it a unique.
even the people who are able-bodied.
Like I don't see.
I
We're
don't
not
know
seeing
anybody
that.
who's fully able-bodied.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I feel
Fully, like there's not
that's why
one
I said
issue
name
with
the
them.
ones that you might have. Like, so I would see maybe the sort of thing that you think really disables a person to be a parent. But if
Because
not
what
all-
qualifies me to have a child?
Yeah, but my
And you
thing
also
is
don't even know,
think so.
because an able-bodied person could give birth to a disabled child. Would you say then they shouldn't
Exactly,
track?
because
Like I feel
they
like
don't
that's
know
what
what
we are
in
going
our
down
part of the
some-
world, very few people are diagnosed.
Yeah.
Like very few people.
no,
Even if we were to
what
say,
we are
okay, all
saying
schizophrenic
able-bodied,
people cannot have children. Still, the ones in Ghana would, because they don't know that they are schizophrenic. And I don't think there's like any particular mental illness that makes me think not parents. What makes me think people are not fit to be parents is how much they have assimilated with the world as it is. But if you have an idea that this is not the best thing I imagine, that means
not the
that
best
you are
condition
not
to
going to
raise a
create that
child in.
culture for your child. You're going to try your best to offset, what the world is doing. But
If you think everything is okay.
Because if the mental condition of the parents is not okay, the mental condition of this world is not okay. Why is it?
they're a reflection of
in the first place.
Yeah, but if we say that, and I don't actually believe in the defeatism of don't have children. I don't believe in it. Like, I can say it to someone, but I don't really believe that we shouldn't have children, because the progress that we see today is because they had
children came.
children and we challenged the things that they were doing. So there is something in people bringing in another generation, even if I don't want to do it. But I don't know if we can single out. It doesn't make
Like
any.
it's just murky, because then you have to single out everybody.
But we've all made decisions to not
yeah.
have, hopefully, because there's no baby here yet, to not have kids. But I don't think I believe I'm unfit to be a mother, and yet I know that I'm unfit. Like no one can. If I was having a conversation with someone else, I think I could say, "Hey, look, I can parent better than all of you in this room." And yet I know I shouldn't parent.
Yeah, but you could.
But I could if the kid came, I wouldn't be a bad person. I have a great feeling about that. However, the child is not here, so everything I'm saying is in the smoke, is in the dust. We're the ones who can now talk about how we'll be great parents because no one can mark us.
In theory.
No one can ever mark us.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it.
Let a child come into something.
I get it.
Tested.
Gosh.
But
yeah.
all the same, I don't think we should like have places where we are discussing who can give birth.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think so.
I don't think it's
Where do we
I
draw
don't
the
know.
line?
Where do we
even?
draw the
unless we are
line?
asking out of us who can give
Yeah,
birth.
yeah.
Then we can ask lots.
We can
But
do that.
like,
I don't think it's our place to decide
Yeah, that's
who
different.
gets to
Yeah.
have kids and who doesn't. I don't think it's
part
right.
of the autonomy
I
of
guess
being
part
alive.
of my worry a lot of the time is when it comes to, and I'm saying this straightly related to mental health. I can't give a take on any other thing, but when it comes to like mental health and everything, I worry that a lot of children are put in situations that could have been avoided.
All of us.
Not just those who have mental health
When
issues,
you even
yeah.
leave your perfect home where your father and your mother
of
love
us.
and cherish you, and then you meet just a Ghanaian adult on the road. Like this place is overflowing with tumultuous
it. I get
experiences.
it.
Like
Yeah.
I get it. There.
Aside childbirth, what else do you think that like would apply to what you were saying?
Certain jobs, I don't think that they can
Certain
have.
jobs.
Yeah, they can be in a position to do
Give an
certain jobs.
example.
oh, but that I'm not going to disagree with just because
Certain
everyone
jobs.
cannot be in certain jobs.
Eh,
So
but like,
I don't
feel
think
like-
there's a mental health
But I
thing.
feel like with
specifically.
job, everybody can learn and do it in a way. Maybe it's not the way, but in a way, and it will be done.
Yeah. Okay, I do get
Like,
what you mean.
we can
there's
all
there's
learn.
something that we can learn from how they
Yeah.
work.
Sorry for cutting you. I would never want to see, let's say, someone dealing with like psychopathy or something working in childcare related
Why? Though?
Why not?
stuff.
Why?
Psychopathy.
Clinical psychopathy?
Yes.
Why not?
I don't know, maybe it's because I have mental illness. I feel like I'm hinging around
But you're also
the
saying children. I
endangerments
want
that
you to look
comes
at
then
other things.
endangerments that comes to themselves and also everybody else.
Yeah, but I want
anyway.
you to consider other things because I feel like you said childbirth, then you said children. But like, what
Yeah,
other
there's
things do you
something
think
you're
that they
trying
shouldn't
to-
be
yeah.
in? Because I'm thinking about is, let's say, shouldn't be president, but like they also do their presidency.
The way the
Not
other
like
people have
it.
come to do their own.
Yeah, like you can. Ronaldo even became president. Look,
No, we'll not like it,
if my
but they'll do it.
parents-
That's my thing, and
No.
they'll be successful in
In
their
their
right.
way.
Yeah.
I don't know how, if I'm not, anyways, because I feel like a lot of things that happen to children especially are things that could have been avoided, like a lot of trauma that I know, yes, I hear it, but I feel like a lot of trauma that children encounter really could have been avoided
If
from the very early age, either by if you didn't have them, either by if they weren't around people who harmed them, or they weren't around people who were not okay
but how can you
themselves.
have avoided that?
But do you realize that even without mental health issues, those things happen?
they are still in existence.
You see,
You know,
so like it's like
How could you have avoided that?
to be
yeah.
completely honest, I don't agree with it if you didn't have them. I don't agree. But
Anyhow, if you are not there, how will you get trauma?
it does not make any sense because the
How
people
you get your
people
money
don't
not
give birth
available?
intentionally, and we know it. Like
Yeah.
the number of people who plan to have a child, the number, so like it's a moot point to even start discussing. I don't think we can pass like a system or a structure where maybe psychopaths don't pass through a school zone. It doesn't feel good in my
Diagnosed
spirit.
or no?
It doesn't feel
I would
good.
say so that hello diagnose go.
If you're not diagnosed,
You can find your way. You just be there, Charlie.
You can find your way into the system.
Latina friend.
Damn.
Okay, I'm here to introduce to you friends, and I want you guys to know who they are right now. Of Lagos. Because we type late right now. Shit. It's Ben, no?
Yeah.
Gig. So I get, no, I get,
I love